Which isn't necessarily like the ideal situation, but it is potentially better than the alternative. I'm sure I didn't miss anything here because I've been rambling. I'm thankful I'm not a crack addict. My parents were actually concerned I might develop a drug problem in uni. Crack addict? Just imagine cracked out dualias. House people should be treating them on the streets or having cops pick them up once in a while. Yeah, hello, Sergeant. I'm actually even cracked out than I am or than I already am. It's just you are the same, but you're on like crack while playing Diablo. Yeah, and that's the entire point, right? The point is just that it's not just cheaper, but it's safer too, right? And a lot of that has to do with the fact that this is a self-perpetuating problem. The more homeless people you have, the likely the more homeless people you will get, and the more police you need. And now you're spending more money on police and homeless people, and you know what that leads to? Less money spent on societal things that will decrease the amount of police and homeless people that you need, that you have. So it's like it's 100% a self-perpetuating problem. It's circular, right? The more money I have to spend on homeless people, the less money I can spend on education and societal and like welfare. So the less money I now have to. Oh god, I didn't mean to jump down here. I wanted to explore the other place first. Oh, too late now. But it is, I don't think anyone starts out wanting to be addicted. It just happens and people around you just have to deal with it. My aunt was like that. My sister was fortunate that so many people around her tried to help her, but even with all the help, she didn't want the help. Go further until she hit rock bottom and finally made a decision to help herself. Yeah, and I mean, that's the other problem too, right? Surely someone has worked out the cost of homeless stipends for a homeless person versus leaving them as is. Yeah, but the... I mean, the reality of the situation is what I'm telling you. The reality situation is that for all these societal issues, for all of them, for free healthcare, for social welfare, for housing, literally anything that is considered like socialism. For all these things, they are just better economically. All of them are, by a insane margin. You will never find anything that will tell you anything differently. If anyone ever tells you that having free healthcare is more expensive than having private healthcare, they are insane in the head. You should never listen to anything they have to say economically because they know nothing about what we're talking about. This is just a fact of reality. This is just how it works. It has nothing to. There's no. I am a socialist in the sense that I only care about what creates the best outcomes, right? Also, nothing about what we're talking about. Oh god, another one of these assholes. I'm running away. From an economical perspective, I would be like a what's it called when you want like capitalism with brakes on? But whatever that is, I think capitalism is a very good economical policy or whatever. I think capitalism is very good. Democratic socialist, yeah, maybe. I think capitalism solves a lot of problems. I think capitalism works really well if it's being like maintained. If you have good people that are stopping a lot of the bad parts of capitalism, right? Which is the problem right now, right? The problem is that is that we don't have a lot of breaks on capitalism, so we get all the bad sides. We still have a lot of the positives, which is great, but we get a lot of the bad sides with that. But even as someone that is a firm believer in capitalism, all of these social welfare things are so insanely beneficial that you have to be insane not to support them. The reason people don't support them is first of all, it's hard to understand how they're beneficial. That's number one, right? And secondly, it's that people are just greedy and they don't like the idea of people benefiting from their own work, right? People don't like the idea that they go to work and then someone else gets to not to work. Despite the fact that that other person not working is beneficial to them compared to the alternative. There's no problem ensuring bad people don't end up in positions, yeah. So if you look at something like free Medicare, right? Like everyone has free healthcare. You have free healthcare for you. Free healthcare is universally better in absolutely every economical system. By far, literally nothing compares to it. And a huge part of that reason isn't necessarily because it's cheaper to give all the people medical care. It is because all the other benefits that comes with that, right? So a huge contributor to a lot of health issues and to poor work ethics and to people working less is stress. A huge contributor to stress is not having free healthcare. If you don't have the ability to go to a doctor to deal with your health problems, that will give you stress, and now you work less, you are less productive to society, and that will also cause more health problems. So having free healthcare gives you less health problems, it makes people happier, and it makes people less sick, so they can work more. And people working more gives society more money. It gives you more buying power. It's more people out in society doing work and doing things, right? That's just simple arithmetic. The more people you have that aren't sick, that are able to work and that are happy, the more money you have as a society, the better society is. The less people you have that are destitute, the better society is. The less criminals you have. The more educated people are, the less criminals they are, the better society is. It's literally just one for one the entire way up. The happier people are, the less sick they are, the less stressed they are, the better they are at contributing to society. And all of these things are circular, right? What if I need a root canal and there's a 6-week waiting list on the NHS? It'll be free in 6 weeks, but that's 1.5 months of excruciating pain. In the practice system, my buying power allows me to immediate attention. Well, that's when something glorious comes into alias, which is the fact that you can have both private and free healthcare in one system. You can do both. That's the glorious part. You can have both. You can have it so people that are wealthy and that can afford to purchase private healthcare can have that. And also both systems working interchangeably is probably beneficial to both systems as well, because you can have doctors that work in both systems. You can say you can have a rotating system, or you can have systems where you maybe pay the private doctors to work in public healthcare, or vice versa, right? Where now you get a lot of this experience and this very good privatized effort that people have, and you drive good doctors from different countries to come work in your country because they're like, oh, I can go work in Norway and I can be a private doctor, and maybe I can get some temporary residency as a public healthcare doctor, or the public healthcare can refer to me as a private doctor, and then the public pays for the private healthcare. That's the best of both worlds, and both worlds benefit each other. What if I don't want to contribute to society? Then stop living in society. And this is just a real situation. It has nothing to do with my personal preference. I don't care. My personal preference is just what is best. I just want what is best, right? What is best for society. I don't care if it's socialist, if it's anarchist, if it's communist. I don't care. If it produces the best outcomes, I want it, right? My apartment now exists outside society. I've decided. All right. What if the best society isn't best for me, though? In almost all cases, it will be. In almost every case, it will be. For instance, we're gonna have a lot of air goop. Yeah, you have air goop in your login. Har du øreguffe? Ja, kom her. Ta posen din, da. Skal vi se. Og se litt på posen. Det så kurant ut. Ja, det så litt kurant ut, det. Perfect good. Skal vi gå this? Kom her, da. I kind of focus on the cases where it isn't. Initiating anarcho-syndicalism, Roger. Open. Covering it. The issue with a lot of this stuff, right, is that the ways that things help you as a whole isn't necessarily obvious, and it isn't guaranteed, right? So creating a society that has things like free healthcare, that has good social welfare services, one of the primary things that this does, right, beyond all the economical benefits, beyond the happiness, is that it creates less crime, right? It creates less issues like that in society, and from that perspective, you probably benefit from it. And in some situations, you can benefit from it greatly, right? But this is intangible. You can't prove this, right? I can't prove that if we had different, that my life would be different, or that I could have been the victim of a crime if Norway had different, you know, social welfare or different focuses. But the fact of the matter is that there's a lot of people in the world right now, in places like America, where social welfare is like frowned upon. There are a lot of people that are dead because of these policies, right? That probably wouldn't be dead if oh, that probably wouldn't be dead if things were better. But I can't prove that, right? I can't prove that by providing well, you can, like, this is an intangible fact, right? It's something that you can inherently understand, but like like no one's gonna support something, like, you're not gonna support social welfare, because if you don't, there's a chance that someone becomes a criminal and kills you. But even though that could be a fact, right? This is what the Joker wanted. Chat, let's take down society. He sees in the means of production again. If only we had the Minority Report. But that's the big reason for why it's hard to get people to support this stuff, right? It's because the benefits are intangible, right? Because often people just be like, well, I'm happy. I'm in a good place right now. Like, I don't need any help. I have my private healthcare. I'm not stressed, you know, stuff like that. Because the concept of, like, the concepts we're talking about are intangible, right? That they're not numbers on a sheet. It isn't. If you spend money on social welfare, then money elsewhere like, we can't draw a direct correlation between them. There's no direct correlation there. Or you might be able to, as like an economist, I guess. I'm sure you could. I can't, at least. I can only tell you, like, how it would work. Opus iron grating on the upper level of the Lamentor's goal. 5k for an ambulance ride is all I need to know. Their system is broken. It's 5k, I'll walk. Most people take an Uber. People sometimes die during those Uber. Yeah. But that's not even the biggest problem. If you look at What are we looking at? That isn't even the biggest problem if you want to look at the issues of not having free Medicare, right? The biggest problem is the fact that people will have issues that are very treatable, that are easy to deal with, that you can manage, or that you can completely avoid by going to the doctor early on. But they won't do it because it's expensive and they can't afford it. And even if they could, maybe they can't afford treatment. So now you have people with completely treatable illnesses, diseases, and then instead of treating them immediately and dealing with them when they're, you know, fresh and easy to deal with, they don't get treated at all. And then they become big problems that are super money drains. So now instead of me spending, you know, let's say society as a whole spends $1,000 on someone when they have like some early stage of like let's say a lung disease like asthma or something. I don't know. I don't have good examples that progresses. But let's say you know, or let's say like lung cancer. You have like stage 1 lung cancer. So instead of spending $1,000 on that to give you some free treatment, easy peasy lemon squeezy. Now instead, in like 6 months, we have to spend $1 million on you just to kind of give you some like end of life treatments that are mandatory, because obviously you don't want you to suffer. TB, you got TB, brother. Not the tuberculosis. $300 to hold your baby after giving birth. What's the service start price to justify the $300? What if I give the ambulance rider a fake name and then they send the bill to Daniel Danielson? I just never pay it. Salted Biscuit was great. Yeah, I miss Salted Biscuit. Twisted clay sculpt in the shape of a human head emits a blissful lamentation. The voice resounds seeping into the brain, weeping, 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 ever weeping. Very gay. Nice. How was that a gene that gives like giga chance of ass cancer? You almost had the gene. What? Well, yeah. What is it? It's like you're talking about like a loot box. You're like, I almost got the knife in CS:GO. I can't stand the sound. I need no salvation. Please stop, desist, your wretched lamentation. I can probably use this for something. Chase out his orange trilogy, and so what's 50 years old to get it because my dad had it. Oh, okay. I have the schizophrenia gene. Pepper smile. Damn. You guys got some sick ass loose boxes. What gene did I get? I got the bold gene. %100% chance of ass cancer. Damn. That's a. I mean, 100% chance is. I mean, that's a pretty good chance at least, though. Medicare also, like if you talk about homelessness being like a circular problem, Medicare is the same thing, right? The more sick people you have, the less people you have to take care of the sick. So the more sick people you get, and the more people you need to take care of the sick. So the more people you have to spend money on to take care of the sick. That's also a very, very circular thing. Now I only have a normal chance of ass cancer. My ass. Everything is circular. The more criminals you have, the bigger chance you have of having more criminals. Oh. Ow. Captain dictates that we must withhold basic goods and services so the proles are motivated to work. What are the proles? What is that? What the hell is a prole? Oh my god, that's creepy. The working class. The Poles, I was very confused. We do have a lot of Polish workers in Norway. They're just a lost cause. JK, please. Well, I'm in Norway too. I thought I had it because when I was younger, I had this thing where I was internally bleeding into my intestines. Jesus. Was that really shit? Jesus, James. I don't think there's anything inherent about capitalism that says that you have to deprive people of goods. From time to time, perfumers head out in Jersey to pursue new or aromatics and flower gardens. Oh, that's cool. I don't know if we've seen that on the bottle before. I think despite what some people might believe, any economic form will deprive people of goods. There's no way everyone can get everything. That's literally impossible. Supply and demand dictates that you can't do that, right? When we look at when we look at like a good of something, like if you look at like a graphics card, the reason graphics cards are expensive and the reason everyone can't have a 4090 Ti isn't because capitalism is greedy. It's just because we don't like we can't produce an infinite amount of those graphics cards. We just can't. It's impossible. We can't produce 6 billion of them. That's impossible, right? That's just simple supply and demand. So then we create them, and then we have to have some sort of like value applied to them, depending on how expensive they are to create and how many people potentially want to use them, right? So there's no system, regardless of how much people want to think, that where everyone can have everything. Literally impossible. When I watch those anarchist videos on YouTube, the dude said that it was like, well, in anarchism you can have everything, like everyone can have everything, you can have everything you want. It's like, no, that's just impossible. That's not how it works. You can't have everything that you want. I don't think the ideal. I'm so confused by this arrow. I can only eat jelly for a month, and now I have PTC for orange flavored jelly. Got passed for my PTC for jelly in general. I don't like jelly much. I can't afford it, then it's greedy and bad. I don't think the ideal is everyone has everything they want. I think the ideal is everyone has something they want, right? Everyone has a place to live, everyone has food, and everyone has something they want. That's the compromise of a good society, right? It isn't you have literally everything that you ever want, it is you have something that you want. The most fair and equitable system of distribution is gacha. I don't know about that. It's only been like 20. I feel like gacha is like the. It's probably the example of the least fair of like the. That's like capitalism at its worst. Because gacha, generally speaking, is a good that everyone could actually have. Everyone could actually have the gacha that we pretend is limited for the sake of monetary purposes, right? Like we say, oh, here's a 5-star anime waifu in digital form. We could give that to everyone. We don't like that doesn't have to be limited. Unlike a physical good, which has to be limited. We can't produce an infinite amount of foods, but we can produce an infinite amount of anime gacha girls. It's only been 20 years. I mean, that sounds like a pretty bad situation. Did you just get your genes tested, Jay? So you were just like, I need to take this gene test to see if I have this gene. I would think about doing that too, but I don't know. I don't know how do you even do that? Do you just go to a doctor and be like, hey, I want my genes tested? What if everything I want is to have nothing? Well, then then it's perfect. Then how do you decide who gets a 1490 otherwise? It would always say be gacha grocery stores. Be gacha with limited entries. You only get your one council manager social ticket. Gacha is pay to win anyway. 5-star 14-year-old anime waifu. Do you mean fairly? I don't know how to do that fairly. I don't think it's an ultimately fair way to do anything. I think the way capitalism does this is fine. If you put more brakes on the capitalism machine. I don't think the problem with capitalism is like distribution of goods. I think the problem is the way people are abused, right? Like, I don't think the way capitalism distributes goods is bad. I think the way workers are abused is bad. I think if you deal with the worker abuse, then you have a very, very strong system. Where people can decide themselves what they wanna spend their money on, what's important to them, right? If I want the 1490, cool, I pay for it. If I don't want the 1490, then I can spend money on something else. And that's fair. It's like 3 years ago, my doctor's dad realized he had it and asked my siblings to get tested. Oh, okay. Interesting. Mislabeled gene or something. Who watches the Watchers? The entire system of checks and balances is out the window. It was a real tense couple of weeks when I found out all my siblings tested negative and I was the only one left and it was like apparently a 50% chance. I mean, at least knowing you have the gene... At least that's better than like not knowing you have the gene though, right? Because that probably just means you need to take more regular exams and then they can just find it easier. And if they find it early enough, then it's like very easy to treat, so... It was real tense. Oh, sorry. Every system circles back to who watches the Watchers, right? That's just every system. No system can avoid that. Communism has this problem. Anarchism would have that problem. I don't think we have any good examples of anarchism to look at, but like, all systems would have that problem. All systems would have people working against the better part of the systems. And I would argue capitalism has the best means to prevent that, I guess, but... I mean, we haven't really seen anarchism at work, so... That's what China's doing. Actually, you get most basic things, but it's normalized capitalism from there on out. This is a space filled with economists and engineers, though. America should try it. Yeah, but I mean, China also has, like, some of the worst working conditions in the world, though, right? I mean, you know, I guess... Take the positives with the negatives. Oh. Little Giga 4. I don't think poverty is necessarily bad though. It's the thing. Like, poverty. Like, if let's say you're some like rural Chinese person. Let's say you live in some Chinese village out in the middle of nowhere. And you like you have the let's say you have the means. You're poor, but you have the means to live. You're happy with your situation. I don't think that's bad. Like if those people are poor and they're happy, then like whatever, right? Poverty is only bad when it's like people can't afford to be happy to some extent, right? That's when poverty is bad. Which usually means that which usually means you're living paycheck to paycheck, and all you're doing is you're working, you're coming home and sleeping, and maybe eating food if you can afford it. Then you're working. That's like bad poverty, right? Well, good poverty would be you work. Maybe you work at like a farm. You sell your goods. You have what you need to live. Like that's fine, right? Like if you don't aspire for anything else, you're poor. But so what, right? Like you can be happy and be poor. And if you are, there's nothing bad with that inherently, right? Society shouldn't strive for that, but they should strive for people to be happy. And if you can have a society where some people are poor, but they're happy with that. They're doing things that they enjoy, whatever, right? That's fine. Dude, I have to go through this place like 600 times. I have no idea where I am. I'm so confused. This place is a goddamn maze. This is crazy. Am I back where I started now? I think I'm back where I started. Where I fell down into the hole? I am. Oh. Oof, thank the Lord. I saw a video about a factory, some kid just sits there. Yeah, I saw it yesterday too. Yeah, I saw it yesterday too. Like, that's really bad. Like, that's just really, really, really bad. Never mind disposable apes again. Look at homeless Chinese girl adventures. A studio production. China is classified as like a third world country because those people live in rurally. That's why Temu and Wish and crap exist. Those are just heavily subsidized by first world countries. But the whole social credit crap, it takes nothing to get flagged as a dissident in China, and you're gigafit because everything is tied to it. Okay, I think I still have to go up there, because I think there was another door up there, but... But I mean, China's not an example of good capitalism, right? It's just an example of different capitalism. Because every capitalistic country has different capitalistic issues. There's always issues, and they always need different solutions. I mean, China has the issue with the population, right? China just has an insanely big population. Like how do you even begin to handle that issue? I didn't realize the other day I can just send you random crap from Temu since you have your mailing address. Couldn't find a good fish ad though. Inner the beach. Jess is showing propaganda like it's nothing. I don't think anything Jess has said propaganda, but if you have like evidence to the contrary, please be able to provide it. I think it's copium to believe that China is like China's capitalism is good. Like China has a huge poverty problem. They have a huge problem with those. There were those recent articles about all those buildings being torn down because they were made with like cardboard or whatever. Like they have huge issues from top to bottom, right? That's an interesting YouTube one producing anti-China crap. Yeah, but you shouldn't get news from YouTube though. And also, that's an industry on YouTube for producing anti-America crap too. Like, that's an industry on YouTube for producing anything, right? I only consume anti-Norway content. There's anti-Norway content. We have some bad like whaling practices and stuff like that. Norway isn't perfect. We have bad. You guys whale for science. We have bad. We have a lot of like immigration crime problems too, which is just due to bad bad immigration policies. Norway's great. Sweden, however. A girl once asked me what my favorite animal was. I said whales. Turns out it was from a dating questionnaire, and she ghosted me. The hell? Whale's a pretty good favorite animal, all things considered. And to understand, people are both happy and quiet while eating. Only for limited edition fast food toys. Didn't expect friend? Did I murder a friend accidentally? Some say I got my Grimace cup first go last night. I don't give a fuck about any of the other cups. That's capitalism for you, Grimace cups. I hope I watch this one on YouTube and future appreciates this riveting conversation. I think it's been pretty good. I'm not an educated economist. So you know my specifics are very broad. I can only speak in very broad specifics, but I think the subjects are interesting. I think economical systems are cool to talk about. I mean, they are interesting subjects, particularly from different points of view, right? Thank you, God Emperor Xi Jinping. Gonna put my Grimace cup next to my claptrap popcorn bucket. Me actually went to see the Borderlands movie. Wait, did you actually go to see it? I think it's all fun as thought experiments, yeah. I mean, ultimately, I would have, but that would have required leaving my home. Ultimately, the fact of the situation is that I don't have the power to change any of this, and no one else in chat does either. I want company, but I don't want spoilers. You could put it in like audio only, I guess. That won't spoil much. Well, I will read the items out loud, but hello, Lens. Of the 4 million it made opening weekend, Mia was 14 of it. Run for president. Even running for president, right? Our economical systems, our governing systems are almost entirely just based on human nature, right? And the more refined they are to deal with human nature, the better they are. And the better the outcomes are. I can't find any way out of here. Other than going back up again. Oh, you bought a suitcase. Go for the back squad, the Borderlands watch party. Sure, we can do that. I mean, I don't know if it's worth it though. Because that movie's apparently just bad. Like, it isn't so bad it's good or whatever, it's just bad. Trying to figure out a way to out how the heck to drag 4 suitcases to the airport. Car? Question mark? Taxi? Uber? Watching it together and memeing when it will be the entertaining part. Anything can be so bad it's good if you're with the right group. Yeah, but I think the problem with that movie is that it's like, I think the quote is like a movie can be good or bad, but the worst thing it can be is boring, and I think that movie's just boring. I could watch Blanchett in anything. Anything? Yeah, I'm clearly missing something, but... are you saying you don't want to watch Claptrap poop out bullets while asking the other characters to not look at him? I'll watch anything people want to watch, you know? Be sure of. Morbius, Madame Web, Borderlands is somehow a thing now. I haven't seen Morbius. But I don't watch a lot of movies, though. Too much of a time commitment. I forced Chris to watch Killer Bean the other day. It was great. She hated it. Killer Bean. Killer Bean. Killer Bean. Oh, they're making a game out of this. I remember that. I want to see Morbius. We thought My Web was the shittiest movie this year, but Borderlands said, hold my beer. Too much of a time commitment, says the man who farms berries 16 hours a day. I do. That's why I can't watch a movie. We could do a triple feature and watch all three to see who survives. I don't know what the Killer Bean meme is. I have no idea. I just know the Dice of Cringe thing. Couldn't even get to the OG Claptrap VA because Randy Pitchford beat him up in an elevator. Wish Jack Black would fuck off. I lost some respect for Jack Black after that that recent debacle he had with what's the other dude's guy's name? Age? Oh, Kyle, yeah. Last person to leave the Discord call wins a gacha. What was the recent Jack Black thing? I've heard people mention it. Jack Black and the Kyle dude they were doing an HSD tour thing in Australia, I think, and then it was right as the assassination attempt on Trump happened, and then Kyle made some like offhand comment about the hope wishing the guy didn't miss or something. I don't remember. It was something you probably shouldn't say in that type of venue. And then like Jack Black like denounced him and but when it happened, cut off his friend after and now after people are backlash, but he said they'll be back. It's a guaranteed loser anyway. Rigged coupon. It was a weird shitty situation. Doing the boogie crap. I think Trump has caused people enough harm that I wouldn't hold it against anyone to not be like discouraged or feel bad about what happened there. But like, you know, there's a time and a place for things, right? So like I can definitely see like if I was Jack Black in that situation and you know my co artist said that on stage, I'd be like, okay, well, maybe that was bad taste. But, like, his reaction was very weird. If he shows up on Enrol's stream, we'll know he's well and truly cooked. Because if he's whatever backlash he's receiving at the time. I think, I mean, I can get it from Jack's perspective too. Jack is a way bigger star. He has way more to lose from a giant controversy, right? So from Jack's perspective, you know, let's say I become a giga streamer. Let's just say I am 10,000 viewer giga streamer, and then you know, Jace decides to like say something like racist or weird as like a moderator of my chat or something, right? Or just be weird. Because I associate with Jace, I have a lot to lose. I have 10,000 viewers, I have a huge Twitch channel, I have a lot of money, while Jace has nothing to lose. You're just moderator, man, right? So from that side, I can understand it from a situation, right? I can understand kind of like being careful, particularly with people that might be risking your well-being because their stuff isn't at risk, right? I can get that for sure. But I think the way he did it is bad, and I don't think it was bad enough to warrant that, right? It's not like Kyle went on stage and started spewing racist crap and being crazy. He made like one weird offhand comment about Trump nearly being shot or whatever. Like That's perfect context for more butts on seat though. No baggage, no crimes, no nothing. And that will cut me off ASAP. Yo, I would cut off Jace quick. I'll probably preemptively cut off just in case. That asshole Jace Almeo. I like Jace Almeo. There's something to say about obviously joking. Yeah, like that's not bad enough for their reaction Jack Black had, in my opinion. Oh, but the flip flop. I wouldn't cut him off. I'd just be like, all right, let's not do that in the future. Let's, you know, I think a big thing for me. I think a big thing for me is like. It's Tenacious D. They're not necessarily like they can be political, but not just like geopolitical. And I don't necessarily come there to be reminded that the president almost got shot. You know what I mean? Like I can see from that perspective. Like people are there to have fun. They're there to enjoy themselves. Like. Imposition depending on the backlash. Yeah. I wouldn't mind Trump getting clapped if it didn't cause civil war in the U.S. I think I stand by what I said on Discord when it happened. Like, who are we talking about? Tenacious D and Donald Trump. I think Trump has caused enough people enough harm, and that he is the headpiece for a giant machine of oppression and hate, to the point where if he got killed, I wouldn't feel bad about it, but I still don't condone political violence in that way. I don't think that leads to good outcomes. Oh, this guy's an evil. Well, this guy probably is. That guy is evil. These guys are not evil. Is this guy gonna turn evil when I walk up to him though? Oh yes. But it changed me after it just says me like lays on new and crap to say something. Yeah, but that's also what I'm saying, like I can't understand that perspective. Like I get why someone might do that. Though I feel like if I'm the weird part to me is that Jack and Kyle have known each other for a really long time. Presumably they're good friends, I would assume. I don't actually know their personal relationship, but I'm assuming they're pretty good friends. If I've known you for like 20 years, I'm not throwing you under the bus. I'm just gonna keep it a stack. Also where you can't use internet or access vaults, sure. There's no such place, money transcends all boundaries. But that in the middle of a concert wouldn't be 100% scripted. But it also wouldn't be 100% unscripted. I mean, the big thing for unaccompanied violence, if all our other islands have been exhausted, like in South Africa. Yeah. I mean, there are times where political violence is necessary. There's no doubt about that, right? It's impossible to say you never condone political violence. So there are times where that is the only avenue of changing things, right? We're all gonna be put on the watch list. I don't think anyone else said anything watch list worthy quite yet. I don't know anything about South Africa or Haiti. I have no idea. But I mean, World War II was a world war, but we did a lot of political violence in World War II. I guess you wouldn't. Would you call that political violence? I guess you would. I don't know. I don't want to go into a battle with this many runes on me, but I don't have a choice. So, is this one of the dragon dudes? Ah! Ow. The hell? Past viewers with the line again. Whose line is it anyway? Pretty fun, pretty unique, but fun. Yeah. This goes over. I'm out of mana. I'm completely out of mana. Well, that's bad. Is the real one? Oh. What are these, what is happening to me? What are these things around me? I don't like that. think I'm about to die. I feel like when all of these activate, it's not gonna be good for me. Alright. A stone mask twisted into an expression of rapturous grief. Use while disrobed to transform into Elementor. The change cannot be undone except by death. Using this mask while already transformed causes the head to swell in size. This transformation tallies with the state of denizens of paradise. But the people of the tower denied and hid it from the world. In their foolishness, they viewed true bliss with deep fear. Interesting. Just trying to drink a little pomegranate juice. That was somewhat underwhelming. It was a cool fight. I think, I mean, it didn't do a lot of damage, but I think maybe those masters were about to do something to me. With the state of a denizen in paradise. Rapturous grief. Much of stat boost and some physical observation. So I need to do a Lamenter run at some point then. We're doing a Lamenter run at some point, guys. I think I missed a room. Now I think about it. Does this reset the dungeon? What else? I'm gonna run and look. Has this been reset? First, like the Dragon from previous games, so you gotta be naked and last until you die. Oh, okay, let's research. Ugh. Oh, let me go check anyways. I think if I go up there, I'll die. So actually, let's just... Let's go rest, I guess, and then we can check. We didn't see what the Ring of Mass said. Yeah, well, hey, listen, maybe a different playthrough. I fell into a burning ring of political violence. So, an invasion of 3 people doing Lamenter together. Doing Lamenter and then doing this. It's like me seeing an underwater monster in a video game. What do I get here? Didn't I need dexterity to use some sort of faith weapon I got at some point? I think it was a faith weapon that I needed like 2 dexterity for. Oh, it was the Sacred Relic Sword. I remember. Remember Star Wars? I wish you could just... Well, I guess you can kind of bank them, because I can just go respec. Because I wish you could, like, bank your levels. But why would you? I think Faith is pretty much as high as that's gonna get. From a scaling perspective. I think maybe I can take it to 80. I do use like a pretty decent chunk of mana. That might be a good idea. interested in doing a political compass test, not on stream, but like on Discord? Sure. I could even do it on stream if you wanted to. Do it on stream, sure. Oh, what was I looking at? I was thinking about. Oh, I was going to look at the stats. Elden Ring stats. Faith scales up to 80 potentially. Cipher Potos. Maybe it tells me the Cipher Potos. Change pitch for the upgrades table until below. First damage and dual wielding attack of all fists in PvP. This skill is a good source of stance damage for low tier enemies. It has 0 weight, 1 cipher to rule them all. I don't know how to tell. I mean, I guess they have A scaling, so I probably just want to get 80 faith out. Let's just go for 80 faith. Let's just do it. I have faith. When me and Jace took the test, we were dead center on the chart. The political compass test. It was ages ago. I'll probably be left. Well, that's usually because all the political compass tests are usually very like American aligned. I've taken political compass tests before. I found an old one I did. I think I might have the screenshot from that because I looked at it recently. This was during the Bernie Sanders elections. Let's see, screenshots. Oh yeah, here. Look at this. Here's a political competence test for you. Ha ha ha. 91% Bernie Sanders. I'm a Bernie bro. This is from 2016 though. This is 8 years ago. If you start getting plus every point, you have hit the soft cap for A. Oh yeah. Well, soft cap I don't care about though. What's the affinity test? I took a musical IQ test recently too. Yeah, this was 8 years ago. 46% Donald Trump. Hillary Clinton, Jill Stein. This is when everyone thought Hillary Clinton would win, not Mr. Donald. And when people still held out a vague hope that Bernie had any chance. Oh, that's another screenshot. Here are my issues. This is from 2016, so I don't know if this would be accurate or not, but I sided with Donald Trump on most electoral issues. So I guess these are the most important to me: healthcare, domestic policy, and elections. I don't know why elections were important to me. Maybe my bad. I was true natural, true neutral, big slightly chaotic leaning. To be fair though, to this, two things about this. This is when Donald Trump was way better at grifting, but also these are just his policies. It isn't like what he says or does. It's just what he said he would do. And that's the same with this, I guess, right? It's not necessarily that I side with Bernie Sanders. It's that I side with Bernie Sanders on like what he said he would do. But I did think Bernie Sanders was a very good candidate, though. But I know more about politics now, so now I think he's a bad candidate. But still running. Hillary was terrible. No wonder she lost. Hillary was just Hillary that election cycle. Hillary gave off like a very much like it's my turn vibe. I remember. Like it was like, oh, it's my turn to be president now, which just made people hate her. Because she was just so online. It was just like she was just like, well, you know, I'm the, you know, it's my turn. It's my turn to be president. We the Democrats decided that. That was like the vibe I got. I remember. And she was so unlikable in every way. She annoyed out her own now. And hey, we got punished for it. We got giga punished for it. Though if the Democrats manage to take this next election, we might have actually gotten rewarded for it. Okay, so there's a way to get over there. But who the hell knows how? What charming. Trump was a very good candidate in 2016. Like, before we really understood Trump was a very good candidate. It's only 9 p.m. I was very much in the like, oh, Trump is just gonna, you know, he's I was in the camp where Trump was kind of was aiming at, where it was like, well, you know, he's just a businessman and he'll surround himself with good people and get some good stuff done in government. And then people were like talking about like how Trump is anti like LGBT, but then there were a bunch of like, there was like a picture of Trump holding like an LGBT flag and talking about how he, you know, how he has no problem with like gay people and stuff. They're like, oh, maybe he isn't that bad on LGBT issues. Trump broke the mold of like lifetime politicians and lawyers. Yeah. He in 2016 he managed to seem like the everyman. He did that grift so well. He just seemed like the guy. He was just like a guy. He was just a dude. He was just some dude. Oh, wasn't there like an invisible wall I broke? Oh, right here. Oh yeah. Nice. Shadow Realm Maroon. A stone lantern carved to resemble a lamenting human head. The eyes vacantly beaming out light. Can be raised up and equipped in left hand, illuminating more of the surrounding area. The unusual expression somehow imparts a sense of contentment. The languid ease of one who needs not sight. Mindful of happiness. Swing the head while covering the eyes, unleashing the veil of lamentation, while temporarily making the user of this skill harder to see. Those who seek happiness, the blindness is bliss. It's gonna be fun for years to go, so who wins the next one? I don't think it will be fun if Trump wins. I think that would be just unbelievably bad. Fun for me. Yeah, I don't think it should be, but I won't hold it against you, though. I'll let you have your fun in Twitch chat. I will yell at you on Discord. So many knock-on effects, no matter where you are in the world, you'll be affected. His first 4 years for CNN was like WWE. I just want no Trump. It was so nice when Biden got elected during those first like 2-3 years, when there was just nothing about Trump. There was just Trump didn't exist. Like I heard the biggest detriment to me from a political perspective with Trump was that the news were just Trump. Every day it was Trump did this, Trump did this, Trump is doing this, Trump did this, and it was just this crazy asinine anti everything good he was doing every goddamn day, and you just couldn't avoid it. It was just everywhere non-stop, and it was so obnoxious waking up every day and reading some new disaster Trump was plotting. It was genuinely just like it was genuinely just the worst. And then Biden gets elected and there's nothing. It's I don't wake up every day to Biden was doing this, Biden's doing that. Biden, it was just quiet, peace and quiet. All the crap just muddied the water. So much crap came out about him that when he did legitimate pickable crap, it meant nothing. Yeah. Ja, tenkte ikke hjelpe ham. Fordi de er sprek og ung. De er så sprek og ung. Ja, stemmer ikke det at du er sprek og ung, Alfa? Det er bare en ung dame, du. Ja, det er bare en ung dame som holder på. Versus. Ja, tusen takk. Du er flink jente. Only Andrew Cuomo hadn't hugged that woman or whatever he did. Hugging? I think it's sexual assault as well. It's a slight difference between those two. Harassed. Well, there's also a slight difference between those two. Sexual harassment and I mean, the bigger issue with Trump winning is just stuff like Ukraine, right? Like, we definitely don't need a Trump win in the middle of a war against Russia. What am I looking at? Where am I right now? What is that? Oh, here. Okay, I remember. First year of COVID, I thought to myself, there goes the next president. Oh, because of getting COVID and dying from it? Because they're old? Hero. Oh, Como's COVID briefings. Oh, I don't know nothing about that. I know nothing about that. The only thing I know is that if I do this... The only thing I know is that if I do this and I say COVID-19 quarantine, feminism good, I just upset a lot of people. If you know, you know. It was perfect decision to make a run for the presidency, huge national profile, political family legacy, brother was on CNN, governor of the most important state in the country. You have lost solid 300 social credit. Let me find the meme for people I don't know. It wasn't posted in my Discord. I don't remember where it was posted. Oh yeah, what's this thing? This was included with some. I guess there's a clarification here. Oh, maybe this isn't even true, but apparently, allegedly, this was part of the Wulong Black Myth Wulong review copies came with this. Apparently, some of them did. Maybe I don't know what this clarification is from MC. Where the funny part was the feminist propaganda. Do not talk about feminist propaganda. Mental doc, at least in the UK, include absolutely nothing like this. It's pretty standard, if a bit strict. List of in-game content we can't mention. No journalists agree. Foreign tokens are... Hello, Phil Spagman. What's up?
Hi there, mister.
Hi there, mister. Because the articles a while back slamming their studio culture and reviews, pointing out the lack of diversity in females in the game. I don't know. I'll wait until all the facts are on the table before I say anything. What's up, Mr. Bagman? Dual Yossi? Michael Monkey Game must be an allegory for COVID. Oh god. Oh, Monkey Game? Did you kill anyone from boss today? I just came up from work, so I'm dead. My stupid mouse. No, not really. We, I spoke with the poison guy, and then he moved down here to the air, and he was like, I was like, hey, this is what Centrino told me, and he was like, don't tell me that again. So I didn't tell him again because I was worried about the consequences. Then I went here and got to this item, and then I went up here, and we went to down this corridor, where I spoke to this lady, and she was like, hey, if you want to go kill the dragon, you should talk to me. And I was like, sure. So I participated in the dragon communion. And then we went up here, and we just went into the Lamenter's jail, where I killed the boss, which was kind of cool. And that's pretty much where we're at. And we've been discussing your favorite subject, social economical policies and presidential assassinations. My favorite topics are witched and theft. I can also say that my PoE build seems to be doing fine so far. I'm learning, I'm adapting, I'm getting more frenzy charges. I'm gonna have 5 frenzy charges, which is pretty cool. And my frenzy charges give me more evasion now. Or give evasion. That's a new addition to it. I don't know if I have room for Enduring Cry with the Urgent Call thing. Because I do actually use the face walking thing a decent amount to avoid dying when enemies pack around me, so we'll see about that, but I seem fairly tanky so far. I haven't died since I had maps. Okay. I also did. I've never really done some pumped up blight maps before, or finished them completely. Like I haven't gotten to the end of a blight map, which I did yesterday, twice, and that's first of all, that's very laggy, but also an insane amount of loot. That was a crazy amount of loot. I also added you for some advice on loot filters, but I think Cash told me what I needed to know, so. The spirit of an old golem and spirit keeper, spirit grave keeper who flies with stone wings and spouts ghost flame. According to legend, the grave birds were crafted to be kindred to the death birds. You wrote at midnight. I was yeah. That's why I added you, because I figured you would see it later or something. I wasn't sure if you were Cash available. I just wanted to make sure I didn't mess up my loot filters. So I'm running like 600 maps and not seeing any good loot. But I think I did it right. I just set all the stuff in that list to untiered that I don't care about. Like everything that's a weapon and everything that isn't a that doesn't have evasion on it. I need to craft because I gotta kill that thing by throwing stuff at his head. And I think I do just the fire pots. That's what I did last time, I think. Frick you, motherfricker! Reason is hidden, so if there's a secondary, more important reason for it to show highlight, it will still show up. Okay, yeah, cool. Yeah, that's what I was worried about. I assume that's how it works. I didn't want to be like, oh, there's goes all the 6 links or all the colorful gems or whatever things. Well, that's helped me immensely already. It's so much easier to find actual loot dropping. Instead of seeing like 600 armor pieces, I'm like, I don't know what any of this shit is. Now I only see the evasion stuff, which is really nice. Because I'm just trying to get some good rolls on some gear now. And I saw that with the grove thing, I can craft some chaos damage. I'm learning how to play the game. And it's gonna be a long, long time. No touchdown brings you down again to find. I know I went this way. Hello, giant Wicker man. Hope you don't mind if I toss some shit at you. Oh god, I'm missing. I think. Jump into the bowl? No, I tried that already. It didn't work. That ain't how you kill this guy. You kill him by shucking fire into his fire. The problem is, he's so far away now, I can't even chuck fire into his fire. For real? Oh, who's that? I'm a fire trucker. Did you go to Black Keep? No, this place? The Shadow Keep, is that what you mean? No, I wanted to. I said I said we can like explore the south first, because we only have like this bit of the south left to explore. So I figured we do that first. Because I mean it's right here, so we might as well. I mean, there's still a couple of areas down there I guess I haven't been to. Like, I think you can go here, presumably. But other than that, once I'm done with this place, we've been everywhere except for up this path, which I think leads to a Giga Dragon boss. I'm a Giga Dragon. Well, touchdown brings you down again to find. I am the Shadow Keeper. Shadow Man. I feel like there should be like a Giga boss here somewhere, but I haven't seen one so far. Best thing about being a master PO is not hearing other players. Yeah, dude. I was doing a heist last night because I just wanted to level up my heist guys. And while I was standing there, I just got spammed by people with those goddamn pets. Why can't I just do heists from home? Why do I need to go somewhere to do heists? I do want to spend some time customizing my hideout now, though. There's some nice. I saw you can import hideouts, which is insane to me. That's really cool. That's an awesome feature. I don't think that leads anywhere. Surely not, right? There's not actually a place inside the waterfall down there, is there? No. I don't know if I've been down there or not. I don't want to ride all the way back over to pick up my runes, though. I think the best part of being in match is just you can just play the game. Like, I don't have to worry about doing quests or, like, running specific areas. I can just play the game. Okay, you know what? Let's just equip a twig. I'll just put a twig on and see if we can go explore a little bit. Screw it, dude. Oh yeah, this is not intentional. Was there really no boss at all or anything here? There was one area in this entire place. I feel like I missed something, but I don't think I did. I don't know. Ooh, there's a lot to learn with PoE though. I'm just ignoring betrayal right now. Like anytime it pops up, I just if I can execute someone, I just kill them. That's what I do. I just don't want I just want nothing to do with it. Then I'm slightly trying to learn everything else. There's just so much stuff. With Blight, I just Google like what's the best tower combination now, and it's like Empower Tower with Frost and Fist, and like a Fire Tower in the back. And that seemed to work perfectly fine. And with the Atlas tree, I'm also going for Blight stuff. I'm going for Blight stuff and Kyriak mission stuff and just more map stuff, I guess. Oh, and Invasion or whatever it's called. Guys, we're going to the manor. Just excited to go to the Volcano Manor, everyone. Yay, Volcano Manor. Wah, 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 wah. Wah, 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 wah. Oh damn, that is that's a jump, all right. Hefty red lightning bolt. Makes sense. Last one physics. Use the power of spirits. Oh, cool. Hefty red lightning bolt. This is the thing. Oh, can I choose to climb or jump, or is it just jumping? Okay, gotcha. What if I try to use the wind to jump, like down over on the right side there, though? Ah, man. Snake. There were a lot of things on that bridge. I think I should probably, just because this seems very dangerous. I need 41,000. Just really just make sure. Wonder how that guy who hates GPUs is doing. Oh, I mean that's an interesting conversation though. Oh, I need one more. I think that's an interesting conversation to have, but I mean it's but it's ultimately a little bit pointless though, right? I was actually thinking about it last night because I had a little bit of an epiphany, which is the there's something to be said for whether or not games need the graphical fidelity that they have, right? Like Elden Ring looks great, but a lot of people are prevented from playing Elden Ring. So could you make the same game but just make it look worse? Yeah, of course, right? Like, this could be stick figures. So that's an interesting point. Like, would that be something that could be interesting to do, to have like as a potential design goal? Are the dragons fighting each other? What's happening? I think you can put the graphics genie back in the bubble. They have a certain standard, but yeah, sure. The point is that you would put it back in the bottle. The point is more that you could potentially just make Elden Ring, but just make it look like garbage, so it plays on anything, right? Because the mechanics would still be there. It wouldn't be the same game, but the mechanics would still be there. Just be limited by CPU instead. Yeah, sure, there'll be some limit. A guy probably acquired a game and couldn't run it. I think there could be a lot of potential reasons for that mentality, but I think it's flawed though. I'll talk about it once I'm done destroying this dragon boss. I think the mentality is inherently flawed. Oh my god, sabotaged by the other dragon. There's a couple of issues with that argument. One of the issues, we'll just ride up and let the dragons fight each other, and I can fight one of them. One of the issues is this kind of like common issue that we see in a lot of circles, which is the idea that graphics don't matter. Graphics are pointless. They're they don't matter to me. They shouldn't matter to a game. That's like one of the bigger issues, right? Which is inherently flawed because graphics do matter to some people and they are important to tell some mediums, right? It's like an artist being like, well, color doesn't matter because they let's say an artist only paints in black and white. Like, well, color doesn't matter. It's like, well, color matters to some people. Some artworks are better with color than not with color, right? With Elden Ring, the graphics are inherently a pretty big part of the game, right? The way this looks is very big to the game. So it's inherently flawed to presume that graphics don't matter to others because they don't matter to you. They're an inherent part of the art form. When it comes to the idea that I'm just muting this while the music is going. Although one of them is dead. When it comes to the idea that that studios are focusing too much on it, like big AAA studios, that's just that's just the reality. I think I said this. That's just. I think I said this yesterday. That's just the reality of the situation, right? The reality is that a lot of people care about the graphics, so they focus on it. Particularly the groups of people that they want to sell games to care about the graphics, so they focus on the graphics, and that does mean that a subset of people, a large subset of people, won't be able to purchase or play those games. But those people aren't the market audience anyway. If that game was free, they still wouldn't play it. And obviously you need to make money to make the game to begin with. Oh, but like, a game development isn't free, of course. You can't just make a game. Good graphics get new people into gaming because it looks awesome. Yeah, and just because a lot of people care about that, right? Like, you want your game to look good. That's cool. I like when my game looks good. That doesn't mean it's necessary for every game, or that every game needs to have great graphics to be good. But it just means that that's like a thing some people care about, and if they care about that, that's awesome. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. The only potential problem would be from like a fairness perspective, right? Is it fair that some people can't play some games because they don't have good computers or whatever? And no, that isn't fair. But like what's the solution there, right? Should everyone suffer because some people suffer? Should no one be able to experience Elden Ring because some people can't? I don't know if I think that is fair. I got sabotaged so hard there. Oh my god. wonder if the thinking is like something like people.
What a sight! A warrior true, if ever one there was. A fellow Drake warrior. Egon. Piteous Egon. Do you not remember? Conjure your past, how once you were, when fear was yet foreign to you.
People can afford $4.90, can afford to pay $7 for a game, so we must make our game require $4.90 so we can charge $7 for it, or is something like Gordian, not of graphics requirements. Is it fair that I can't go to the moon because it's too far away? Go for about 250k. Not to the moon, but you can go up pretty high for about 10 minutes. It's the most dialogue from one person in Souls game ever. There's probably some I would have to look into this. I don't know for sure, but there's probably some companies are probably sponsored by like Nvidia. Like I wouldn't be surprised if Nvidia gave a lot of money to game companies to produce, you know, games that require their crazy graphics cards. But I mean the increase in fidelity in graphics is just a natural progression, right? It's just that people have more and more modern things, and then we want to utilize that to its full extent, right? Like why, if most people have a 1080, let's say 1080 is the most normal card performance wise. I think it's a 1060, but let's say it's 1080. Then I would want every game I make to be around the 1080 scale, right? I want to utilize that 100%. Otherwise, I'm just leaving performance on the table, which I don't want to do, right? We'll plateau once we reach achieve photorealism. Yeah, but that's like way far away though.
Drake warrior.
Dear friend.
Grant me this one wish. Take this finger, my finger. Scale the jagged peak. Face Baal the Dread. And when you do, summon me. Summon my soul. My limbs are limbs no more. My heart is twice over filled with fear. But a Drake warrior I remain. And my soul yet lies on the mountain.
Egon's curl finger. Furled finger of Egon, the broken Drake warrior, gnarled and knotty and deeply discolored on the inside. When facing Baal the Dread, this summons Drake warrior Egon from the side. My soul yet lies, but I don't want to summon. But this is like it seems like a story summon.
Proud Drake warrior, I beg of you, scale the summon me.
But I don't want to summon, but that seems like a story summon. So maybe I should summon? I don't remember everything that the person wrote yesterday though, but I when I read that, it just felt very much like might get cool cutscene like Sigurd in Dark Souls 3. Yeah, maybe. I think one thing that I stand by the most when it comes to art in particular is that something made for everyone is made for no one. If you make a game that's made for everyone, that game is made for no one. The best art, the best games are things made for specific groups of people. That's how it's always going to be. A game made for a specific type of person is going to be the best game ever for that person. It's going to be garbage for everyone else, but for that person, it's going to be the best thing ever. That's the same with all games, right? Like, games that are made for niches are always better than games that are made for generic populations of people, right? And that doesn't mean that generic games are bad. It just means that overall they're not going to evoke the same emotion or feeling, right? But sometimes you don't want that. Sometimes you just want to lean back and mindlessly play a game for 100 hours and don't care about anything, right? And that's fine. But from like if you want the most like vividing experience from something, It has to be specific. So when we say that, like, well, you know, these games with the graphics, they stop 6 billion people from playing them. Cool. That's probably great. That's probably a good thing. Well, thanks. Well, if I summon for a first attempt, that will be the only attempt, though, because I'm that good. Steambot Chronicles was made for me specifically. What the hell is this? The PlayStation 2 game. And it features the Naruto guy. Where is he? I don't even see Egon's finger. Okay, item. Oh, okay, so I don't have like physical usage. The robots played the stock market and played music on the side of the road trips. Also, at the end, your band tries to commit mass act of terrorism. Good times. Let's use this line. Oh, okay. Well, it sounded very story related, so I guess we'll give that a gander. It sounded very story. That sounds cool, Dwalius. How do you think it holds up in 2024, though? Probably not well. Probably not well in hell. Frick you, motherfricker. Fart, poo 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 poo. Oh, there's I could have just gone up that path the entire time. Cool. Is that Bale or is that just another regular dragon? A single flower is said to blossom only once from the hearts of dead warriors who oft partook of the dragon communion. Oh. That's me. Senate's axe. It doesn't sound like Fortis axe. It might be like a non-mounted battle, though. I wonder why they have twin wings. I don't know what the implication of that is. It means they fly twice as good. Oh, that's nice. I think being on foot is probably the play. Maybe. It's like this guy's a lot of AoE moves that are gonna be hard to dodge on the horsey horse. But now he's gonna breathe fire on me, that's bad. Some say that it moves forever this road. I lose it every time. How is this asshole not staggered? Jesus. If I get to 3 deaths, I'll turn a death counter on. The boss death counter. I think maybe I should just be on foot. Let's try footing it. I'll try footing the bill. Alright, not my strongest performance. Not my strongest performance ever, I would say. Hey, my runes! Too bad I can't just leave them there. Okay, both of those create a shockwave. Jesus. Okay, I don't know about being on foot. I think maybe being on foot is harder. I think that might be worse. Ever tried out the new archetypes? No! No, 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 no! I'm addicted to using the same weapon until my entire run. But I will try faith weapons if I find some. I just haven't found any. I will try faith weapons if I find them. I just haven't found them. Okay, I don't like this boss.